everybody, how you all doing? So today I didn't plan on doing a video, but I stopped by Walgreens to pick up another Circa foundation in a different shade because I like to use one as a concealer and one as a foundation, and I'm still kind of testing them out. So just picked up another shade for that, and then I came across the new Wet n Wild Trio blushes, and I thought I had to do a video and swatches to show you guys. Of course, I just got these today, so this is not really a review, but I do have the lightest one on my face now just because my lips and eyes are more dramatic today. And I have to say, like, these are crazy pigmented and beautiful. So I'm going to do swatches for you guys, and I'll zoom in on my face for you guys so you can see. But I am only wearing the highlighter and the blush today. I forgot to do the bronzer because I didn't plan on wearing makeup today, but I had some new products that I wanted to try out. So I did end up doing a full face of makeup, and these are so pretty, you guys. I have to say, these are a major step up from last year's. I know last year they had a bronzer and then there was like a palm tree imprint with the blush, and it was hard to just pick up the blush without picking up the bronzer. They were pretty, but compared to last year, these are so pretty. At least they swatch pretty. And like I said, the one that's on my face, I love the highlight. Like, you can't tell the difference if this is, you know, a $3.99 highlighter or an expensive Becca highlighter. Or this reminds me of the Balm's highlighter. It looks so pretty. There's not any like super chunky glitter. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first one that's on my face, and this one is called Sunset Junction. This is the lightest out of all three. So you can see there's more of a pinky lavender blush, and then you get more of a peachy blush. Then you get kind of a light neutrally pink blush that is lighter. But like I said, I'm wearing it today, and I think it shows up really nicely. The first one is called Sunset Junction. You get a really pretty light champagne color. I want to say it's even a little bit peachy, and then you get the neutrally blush and then a bronzer, but like I said, I haven't tried any of the bronzers, but just by touching them alone, they're super crazy pigmented. I mean, just a little swipe and you pick up so much product, and you know what? They're not really dusty or powdery either, so I'm really impressed. So here's a close-up in the pan, and I did swatch them on my fingers. I'll swatch them on my skin in a minute. But I mean, just with a little touch in the pan, I mean, you get crazy color payoff. So here is a hand swatch. You can see that all three of the blush, bronzer, and highlight do have a satin finish. All right, so moving on to the second trio. This one is called Fair Trade Coffee, and the blush in this one is like a pink lavender blush, really pretty. I want to say the bronzer is, I think it looks about the same in the first pan as far as the shade goes. And then you have the highlighter shade, which is pretty much the same as the one in the first pan that I showed you. Here's a swatch of the two highlighter shades, and you can't really tell a difference. I mean, if you're critiquing them, the first one might lean just a tiny bit more peach, but overall they're pretty much the same. And then also the bronzers, the first one and then the second one I showed you, this one, are exactly the same too. I mean, I just did little swatches on my fingers and they are identical. So there's no difference really in the highlighter and bronzer, but I mean, they're so gorgeous and cheap. I decided to pick up all three. And then of course, you're getting a different blush. This is like a lavender pink shade, which is really pretty, super pigmented. I mean, just a little touch in the pan and you pick up a ton of product, and you know what, there's not a lot of fallout. It doesn't kick up a lot of powder, so I think they're really nice. They don't look powdery on the skin, and they feel really soft and silky, like they're really finely milled. So these are amazing. Wet n Wild always seems to amaze me. So here's a close-up of Fair Trade Coffee, and then I also did swatches on the back of my hand. So you can see it's a really pretty lavender pink shade. The bronzer is pretty, it's kind of like a medium toned, more on the orangey side bronzer, but it is still pretty. And then I did kind of sheer out the highlight a little bit so you can see what it looks like on the cheeks. So the last trio is called Solar Powered, and this is beautiful. Your two highlight shades are more like metallic bronzers, which you could use as a highlight sheared out. Or even just a blush for the spring and summertime. They're amazing. I'll show you up close in a minute. And then the blush, is a really pretty peachy pink kind of corally shade. From far away, it might kind of look like there's an overspray, but when you swatch them and kind of go down into the product, it's consistent. So I would say there's not an overspray. You get what you see in the pan, and I did swatch them here. You can see the first two bronzers are kind of like a metallic, kind of satin metallic. They're not, I guess I wouldn't say they're metallic. They're definitely satin shimmery shades. So here is in the Trio and Solar Power. So your highlight shades, like I said earlier, are more like bronzers. They're definitely like illuminating bronzer. And then you get like a peachy corally blush. So here we have a solar powered swatch. You can see the difference between the two bronzer shades, which I like. They're definitely not too similar to where they're, you know, identical. And then the beautiful kind of corally peach blush. So there we have all three of the Wet n Wild trios swatched. I have to say that I love these. I love finding stuff that's cheap like this and that is amazing. And I mean, you have to give it up to Wet n Wild because they always come out with stuff like this. These were only $3.99 and you're getting 3 different products and they have 3 to choose from. These are limited edition, which sucks so bad because these are so pretty, but in the stand that I found them in, there was like 5 of each shade. So it's not like they only came out with, you know, 1 or 2 or even 3 of each one. So they do have more in the stand, which is nice because a lot of people go out and rush out and get these. I just saw them in my Walgreens today. I was there yesterday too and they weren't there. So they just had put them out today and I'm so excited because these are amazing. Great price. I don't have anything bad to say about these. They're super pigmented, they're creamy, they're soft and silky, and they're just really finely milled. They're not even that powdery either. And I did use this one. I dipped my brush in and it didn't kick up a bunch of powder. So super amazed. Like I said, I'm wearing the highlight and the blush now. And you can't tell if this is an expensive highlighter or, you know, like I said, a $4 one. Anyways, guys, I'm just going to let you go because I'm just going to continue to repeat myself with these. But if you find these, I mean, let me know what you think of them. I know you're going to think they're amazing because they just are. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Have an awesome weekend.